NetsBoy, so let's hear what he has to say. His name is NetsBoy, he thinks the world is all over when the Nets just can't play. What up, Net fans? NetsBoy here. Bring your latest in your Brooklyn Nets news. All right, here it is. The beginning of the 2019-2020 NBA season. Woohoo! I'm pumped. I'm really excited about it. I'm sure most of you are as well. For the first time in the history of NetsBoy, actually this isn't true because there were high expectations right the year that they traded for Garnett, Pierce, and Jason Terry. I'm not going to go into that. But for the first time really in a long time, the expectations for this Nets team is finally not a piece of dog crap. It's actually positive. There's actually good feelings. There's actually excitement, optimism for the first time ever for this year Nets fan. For the last, 5 years, there's been nothing but tears and frustration and anger and all of that stuff that I've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years of 5 years I've been doing these NetsBoy videos. I think it's been 5 years. 5 years. I think it's been more than 5 years. I don't even really know. I think it's been more than 5 years. So more than the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I don't even know of this rage and frustration. This year is finally the first time that I'm entering it pumped and happy and like, oh boy, let's see what happens. So this episode is just going to be about the first few games coming up for the Nets. I'm going to talk briefly about preseason. Not going to go into any China business. We're not going to talk about what happened with over there and the Rockets GMs and the players getting and the canceling events and all that. So we're not going to go into that. I try to stay out of those things. It's just too gray. Everything's just too iffy there. I try to stay out of that. I'm not giving you my opinion of that matter at all. I'm just glad the Nets are home because you could have had a huge, crazy international incident if the players were all of a sudden from the Lakers and the Nets were not allowed to leave China. Like, that would have been a nightmare. Like, imagine if they were, forced to stay for some reason. Once again, luckily that didn't happen. So I'm not even going to talk about that. But I do want to talk about, the 3 preseason games they played, the 2 against the Lakers, the 1 against the Raptors. Just some of the takeaways from the preseason games. Really just going to touch upon it. The biggest takeaway that I took away, anyway, from those games was basically the play of Taurean Prince. And I'm pretty sure everyone will agree, Taurean Prince played amazing and definitely looks like a key player for the Nets moving forward. So much that this past Monday, Sean Marks decided to reward Taurean Prince with a 2-year contract, a 2-year extension on his contract. Wow. I mean, how much must the Nets think about what they've seen from the 3 games of Taurean Prince that they say, here's a contract extension. We're not going to wait until the end of the year to give you a contract because you're a free agent. We believe in you after seeing you play for 3 games. We believe in you, and we're going to sign you for 2 more years. Hey, you know what? Why not? He looked great. The contract itself, I think, is a 2-year, $29 million extension, so you're like $14.5 million a year. That's a little high, but from what we've seen from Taurean Prince and how well he played and how well he could be, that could end up being a really good deal. So I get why Sean Marks did it. I'm just a little shocked. I thought for sure that the Nets were not going to offer him the extension, and they're just going to be like, let's see how this year plays out. And when you're a free agent at the end of the year, we'll make our decision then whether or not we want to sign you or let you go. But obviously, watching him play in those 3 games and watching him play when healthy with Atlanta last year and the years prior, they said, let's sign this guy. So, but you know what? I'm all for it right now because he looks really sharp. He's a very good 3 shooter. He's a decent defender. He can rebound. He can do all the little things. He really is like a younger version of DeMarre Carroll. I think he might not be as consistent as DeMarre Carroll was, but he'll get there as he continues to learn his style of play and develop. Overall, though, I think that was a good move. We'll see what happens. So that's the biggest takeaway, though, I feel, is the play of Taurean Prince, who looked great in all 3 of those games. Some other snippets, Kyrie Irving looked really sharp in the 1 game he played because he had the facial fracture, which something's always wrong with his face. He's always wearing a mask. Like, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. And he only played in one game, but he looked sharp in there. Karis LeVert looked great as well. We expect that from Karis at this point, but it was great to see him play well. We didn't really get a lot of answers of who's going to start between Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan. Jared Allen started 2 of the 3 games, and DeAndre Jordan started 1 of them. And we didn't really get a true answer between Rodion Kurucs and Taurean Prince. So I'm pretty sure Taurean Prince is going to be the starting power forward because he started 2 of the games and Kurucs started 1. And I think that was more or less just because they were resting, trying to keep, just trying to mix it up a little bit. But I think, because off the bat, that was the biggest question marks. Like, we knew that LeVert, Joe Harris, and Kyrie Irving were going to be the starting, 1, 2, and 3. And it was just who's going to be the power forward, who's going to be the center. Is it going to be... And so it became now, it looks like, my prediction is it's going to be Prince as the starting 4 and Jared Allen as the starting 5 to start. But I'm not sure on that, and we'll see. Obviously, we'll see later tonight or tomorrow, depending when you see this video, because the Nets home opener and season opener is Wednesday night, which so for probably most of you would be later today. So we'll see what happens. So, that's the other takeaways to take away from that is just, we still haven't really figured out what the rotation is going to be. The Nets went 2-1. They swept the Lakers in China. They lost to the Raptors. It doesn't really matter. It's preseason, not really harping on it. Like I said, Taurean Prince looked good. Kyrie looked good when he played. LeVert looked good. The team just looked solid. Joe Harris looked a little sluggish, which you can understand because he played with Team USA over throughout the summer, so he has to try to kind of rest a little bit. But anyway, now let's just focus on the next couple games now, the true beginning of the season. Now, the Nets starting off against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, I feel like they're a team that we've been talking about getting ready, that here they come, get ready, here they come, for like the last 3 years. So I don't know what the Timberwolves are. Are they a playoff team? Are they not? I think that they're a borderline playoff team in the West. And I think that they're going to be competing there. They obviously got Karl Anthony Towns. They obviously got Wiggins still. They're still just a really good young team. But the Nets are better. Let's be honest. The Nets are better. The Nets should win that game. It's their home opener. Everyone's healthy to start off the season. The Barclays Center is going to be rocking. I know that. I'm excited about it. So, Nets, you really should win that game. Then the next game after that is a home game against the Knicks. Look, we all know the Nets are better than the Knicks. Okay? We all know that. There's no ifs, ands, or just about it. Just ask Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, right? yeah, low blow. No, never a low blow. It's not a low blow. It's a perfectly fine blow. But, anyway, we know they're better. But I will say this. In classic trap game fashion, that's a trap game. First and foremost, how many Knicks fans are going to be at that game? Is it going to continuously be like it's been in the past, which has been like 49% Knicks fans, or sometimes I think it's the other way around. It's like 49% Net fans, 51% Knicks fans. Like, are there actually going to be more Net fans at that game? The Nets are home, but we all know how the Knicks, let's be honest, the fandom is still very strong with the Knicks, and they're very passionate, and it's a subway ride for anybody in the city to go to that Barclays Center. So that's going to be really interesting. That's going to be a fun game to watch so early on in the season. And also, I think the Knicks, the players themselves, are probably going to come at the Nets pretty strong. They're probably pretty tired of hearing about all the hype that the Nets have gotten. So, look, the Nets should win that game as well. But I think it might be a little bit more interesting than people think. I think it might be a closer game because I think the Knicks are going to come out aggressive, try to make a statement, and prove to the Nets that, hey, you're not that special. And I think the Knicks fans are going to be trying to do the same. I think the Knicks fans, if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm going to that game because I want to try to calm down all this hype about the Nets and be like, no. We're the Knicks. We still matter. I'm going to make that happen, but I'm going to show up and I'm going to your building and I'm going to take over your building. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would do if I was a Knicks fan. Will that happen? I don't know. But so that's going to be interesting. Overall, though, the Nets should win that game. And that's on Friday. And then on Sunday, they played their first road game against the very young, rebuilding Memphis Grizzlies. look, that should definitely be a win as well. So, right off the bat, the Nets should be 3-0. They should. Anything worse than 2-1 to start off the season, not a good job. All right. And the first game that I see that could really be a bit of a challenge is against the Pacers the following Wednesday. Because let's be honest, the Pacers, they're a playoff team. They're probably, in my opinion, the fifth best team in the East. Could be a little bit more. You never know what could happen with the standings. They're a good team, especially if Victor Oladipo comes back and is fully healthy and plays the way he did before his injury. So that could be the first real challenging game for the Nets. But, anything can happen. That's why you play the games. But the first three games, Nets should be 3-0, and they should start off the season running. So there you have it. There's not really much more to talk about. I talked about last episode the keys to the Nets, and it's basically the same thing. The keys to the Nets are because Kyrie Irving. How will Kyrie Irving play with this team? And will Karis LeVert stay healthy and take his game to the next level? Will Joe Harris pick up where he last left off? And with the three shooting and the scoring, is Taurean Prince going to be that starting power forward? That's what it looks like. Is Jared Allen going to get better? What's happening with Kurucs and his legal situation? We still don't know. Can't really talk about it still. But, so there still is a lot of question marks. But like I said, the key to this Nets team is going to be Kyrie Irving, him staying healthy, and him leading the Nets. And it's just going to be interesting to see how this roster fits together and how they look moving forward. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about how the Nets should play these next couple games, the first three games. If you think a 3-0 start is very reasonable and expected, like I do, like I said, if they don't go 3-0, I'm gonna be disappointed. And if they go less than 2-1, if they go like 1-2, I'm gonna be mad as hell. And if they go 0-3, I'm gonna be like, there's no such thing as happiness. So anyway, yeah. So let me know what you guys think, and let me just leave you all on this note too. I did talk about last episode about betting the over on the Nets, the 44.5. And I do want to say that I did officially today, which is Tuesday the 22nd, I officially did bet on the Nets on the over 44.5 wins. I'm not going to tell you how much I bet because that's none of your damn business. But I will say I did take the over. So I'm a man of my word. I told everyone last episode, take the over. Well, I'm a man of my word, and I took the over. And I'll tell you right now, if they don't go over 44.5 wins, if they don't win 45 wins, it's going to be a really disappointing Nets season. I'm telling you that right now. And for that to happen, it would have to be a big disappointment. There have to be a bunch of injuries. And that's the only way I can see it happening. Like, you're going to have to see, like, Kyrie Irving get hurt early on in the season, or Karis LeVert getting hurt early on, or something like that. Like, that's the only way I see that happening, which could certainly happen. So, I'm rolling the dice. You always roll the dice when you gamble. But I took the over. So, just wanted to let you all know that. So, you can see if I'm a little bit more angrier with every Nets loss or happier with every Nets win. So, anyway, once again, let me know what you guys think. And until the next NetsBoy episode, keep your eyes open and let's get ready for Wednesday night. This is NetsBoy, signing off.